So I had one too many bourbons and I left my tree TV out all night. This wouldn't have been a big deal because it didn't rain, but I forgot to turn off my sprinkler system. So can a TV survive rain or a sprinkler system? It can, and you can fix it if you know how to use a toothbrush and a screwdriver. Yes, I did say tree TV. During COVID, I put a TV mount on our big maple tree to watch TV outdoors over Wi-Fi. But this isn't an outdoor TV, it's just a cheap 65-inch Hisense Roku TV. It's now broken because it's not designed to get wet. It is, however, still a good option for an outdoor TV for the price. You can buy 4 of these TVs for the price of one outdoor TV. So if you don't mind moving it in and out to avoid the rain, it's a great option. I love them so much I've got several of them in various sizes throughout my house. If you can't fix yours, it's a great TV for the price. I'll put a link to this Roku TV in the video description and comments below. You can even order these on Amazon, which is really convenient for the bigger TVs if you don't have a large truck or an SUV to haul it home from a retail store. At first the wet TV wouldn't come on at all after getting it wet, but after drying it out it started to come back to life. Now that it's completely dry, I'm left with these awful vertical lines and flickering throughout. But can a wet TV really be fixed with a toothbrush? It can, and I'll show you how to get the moisture out of this TV. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes for a TV to dry out, but I left a fan on mine for a couple of days. But we need to get inside to see how to actually fix the wet TV. Unplug the TV and then lay it down face first. Keep pressure off the screen since it's the most fragile part and can be damaged easily. My TV mount is still on, so I need to get that out of the way, along with the stand feet. Next, we need to remove all of the rear cover screws to get access to the TV's electronics. Once you find and remove all the screws, the cover simply is lifted off to reveal the electronics. When asking yourself if a TV gets wet, will it still work, it helps to understand what all these electronics actually do. It looks like a lot's going on here, but quickly covering the basics helps to simplify things. The first PCB, or printed circuit board, on the left is the power board. This is where AC power comes in and is converted to DC voltages that are used throughout the TV. The board to the right is the main board. It's the brains of the entire system. The board below these in the center is the TCON board. It handles timing and control, hence the name TCON. The 2 long boards at the bottom left and right are the driver boards. These connect and send signals to the LCD display. All of these boards are connected by various ribbon cables throughout. The signals sent through the driver board are what control the LCD display. This is what controls each subpixel and each RGB or red, green, blue in the pixel. Each pixel is seen as a single color and millions of these pixels make up the image seen on the screen. The TCON board converts these video signals from the main board vertically and horizontally to create images. On our TV that got wet but is now dry, we still see a clear picture on most of the screen. We can even see a hint of the desired image inside and behind all these distorted vertical lines. So we know that something must be interfering with the transfer of these signals to the LCD display. This also helps to confirm that the boards in the system are likely okay. In this case, we know that something is most definitely moisture. More specifically, the effects of moisture, which is corrosion. If you look closely on the boards, you can see evidence of moisture in various places throughout the electronics. Water contains minerals which can quickly cause corrosion on any exposed metal. Some of this corrosion is easy to spot, while in other places it's a little less obvious. To remove this corrosion and get our wet TV working again, we only need a screwdriver, a toothbrush, and some rubbing alcohol. We're simply going to take a toothbrush along with isopropyl alcohol to clean and remove all the corrosion. The only slightly tricky part is locating all the places this corrosion may be hiding. Unlike water, isopropyl alcohol is safe to use on electronics and evaporates quickly. It will help to clean out and dissolve the contaminants and corrosion that are blocking the image data signal. This should get our TV working again. To confirm my diagnosis, I unplugged the left-hand ribbon cable to the TCON board. This controls the image we see on the right side of the display. You can clearly see that this data line is what produces the image on the right side once it's unplugged. So somewhere along this path, corrosion is causing our vertical line issue. But I can see corrosion on the electronics for both sides of the electronics, plus the entire TV got rained on by the sprinklers, so we need to go ahead and clean everywhere we can. First, I hit any easy corrosion I could immediately see on the PCBs, which was obvious. This is done by simply dipping the toothbrush in the alcohol and gently scrubbing the corrosion away. I did this around all PCBs anywhere I could see water spots or corrosion. Also cleaned all the outside of the ribbon cable terminals while the ribbon cables were still attached. After removing all the external obvious corrosion, we still see vertical lines on the screen. This tells us that there must be more corrosion that isn't as obvious that we need to hunt down. Starting where the main board connects to the T-con board, we need to remove the ribbon cable. The ribbon cable is held in place by these little hinged arms that can be opened by simply gently lifting with a fingernail. Once flipped open, the cable slides right out. You can see here that this ribbon cable and its terminal show some obvious corrosion. We scrub away this corrosion with our toothbrush and alcohol on both sides of the cable and the terminal. You can see the corrosion before and after cleaning the ribbon cable and the ribbon cable terminal on the PCB. After cleaning, reinstall the ribbon cable and snap down the terminal. I then repeated this for all three of our ribbon cables coming into and out of the T-con board out to the driver boards. Our left and right hand driver boards are actually 4 different PCBs which are connected by these yellow small ribbon cables. These cables connect the driver boards. To help clean and access this area, you may want to remove the bottom frame bezel to get better access. Also, removing the left and right hand speakers help as well. On this TV, the speakers are simply held in place by these little foam bushings, so just pop out with a gentle tug. When we remove this small ribbon cable, we can see corrosion hiding here as well. So these should also be cleaned to remove the corrosion and water damage. I removed both of these ribbon cables connecting the driver boards on both sides. These ribbon cables were cleaned out along with the corresponding terminals. Again, even though most of the issues were seen on the right side of the TV, I cleaned the terminals and cables throughout the entire TV on both sides. Corrosion was present throughout, and even though there might not have been image issues on that side of the TV, doesn't mean they wouldn't crop up later. Before putting everything back together, I plugged the TV in once and tested. Now for the moment of truth. Voila, we're in business. As you can see, the vertical lines in the TV are now completely gone, along with the horizontal lines and flickering we saw earlier. Now we simply need to put it all back together and we're done. I hope this video helped you understand a little bit more about how TVs work and how to fix a wet TV. If you weren't able to fix it, I highly recommend the Hisense Roku TVs. The price on these TVs is unbeatable. They all use the same Roku remote and the simple to use Roku operating system. Having several of these same remotes come in handy when one inevitably goes missing. You can even order these on Amazon, which is really convenient for the bigger TVs if you don't have a truck or large SUV to haul it home from a retail store. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, and thanks for watching.